He was great. Obviously responded to the challenge, and that was an impressive first go at Jokic. And to foul him out. And I can't remember the last time I saw someone foul him out. But I thought he was great. Just kept his poise. There was a little bit in the first half, a couple plays that he and I had a conversation about, and I thought he responded. That was a heck of a second half by him to keep us in it. His aggression from the top of the floor, playmaking. I thought he really did a good job defensively too. You're not going to stop Jokic, but just his ability to make plays on the ball, block a shot, make a play, really impressive.
Yeah, you kind of alluded to there was that play. I forgot it was whether first or second quarter where he turned it over and you kind of pointed to the bench and put Looney in.
Mm-hmm.
In those moments, what are you kind of conveying to him when you're trying to coach him up and trying to point out the mistakes he's making?
Teachable moments, right? He's playing with great force right now. He's playing with effort. There's got to be a little bit of control as well. So I'm looking for control as I'm asking them to be more aggressive, more violent. There's got to be an element of control too, and I think that's the team as a whole. But he's really important in those areas. We just turned him over. Let's not turn it over again. So stay controlled, stay poised. Don't lose the fight though, and that was that moment right there.
And there were a few different times when there were different configurations when you were using Queen, Zion, and Trey together, and kind of all three of them ball handlers, all three of them screeners. What do you kind of like about those three guys together and the way they can get each other open?
Yeah, it feels to me, again, I'm discovering, I'm exploring myself with them too, but I thought tonight was a good step in that direction. First time they've been on the floor together, in a minute. So utilizing the gravity of all three of them, three playmakers, you got Trey that can separate. So it's me kind of finding matchups with them, in the middle of the floor to play off of each other. And I think we found some rhythm there. I'm going to go back, and we're all going to go back and watch the shots we got. I mean, we had some great looks tonight. Our shot quality is going to be extremely high. We just didn't knock them down. I mean, we are 7 for 34. I bet a lot of those were wide open shots, corner threes. I think we talked about corner threes. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but that's going to be over 10 plus threes out of the corner that were really good looks. So generated out of that alignment at times, but I got to find a way to utilize the three of them, and I'm figuring it out with them as we go. But putting DQ in the middle of the floor, Z in the middle of the floor, Trey moving around them. We had a little something at the end where DQ was handling, and we went and got a little screen away from Murph, and he's playmaking from that spot against the five. So I love the potential here offensively and what we could do with these guys. Again, it's taken us a minute. This is the first time we're kind of going through it.
Zion's first game in like 8 games. How do you feel like he did in his first game?
I thought he was great. I mean, he got us off to a really good start. His energy, his spirit. More than anything, just having Zion out there for our spirit as a team, as a city, as an organization is phenomenal. We feel like we got a shot every night when he's on the floor. And I think we started the game with that mentality, and we fought till the end. As I told the guys, we didn't drop the sword tonight. We kept fighting, and it's his spirit, his spirit of being out there. So he looked good. He looked impressive. Obviously the game plan was built around him, and he was a willing passer tonight. He gave it up. They showed him bodies. He generated a lot of quality shots for us. So really impressed by this first game back.
Going back to that first quarter, I felt like that first 6-7 minutes was the best you guys have had to a start to a game all season. And that starting lineup, does that validate those guys being together, those five, because of that start you guys had? I think there was even 6 steals in the first 6 minutes of the game too.
I love the activity. You're right. I mean, if I see that sort of spirit and fight out of them, I can roll with that. I can roll with that group. They validated that we should give it another shot. Keep going and see where we're at with this thing. Obviously, we got a long way to go, but I thought they took a first step together tonight, especially defensively. I felt this. I thought we were active, we were aggressive, we were turning them over, we were out on the break. I mean, it was a fast-paced game. I think we could have been up even more than what we were, And then obviously they settled into the game, and Jokic does his thing, and they settled back in. I thought we could have closed the first quarter a little bit better, but we were at least the aggressors to start that first quarter. That's what I want to see, and that was progress tonight.
With Derek Queen, I noticed obviously a lot of the offense kind of run through him, especially kind of like down the stretch, and him down there. What did you think of him kind of in those scenarios, and how have you seen him kind of grow in that regard?
Well, I'm learning him for the first time. I didn't know really what to expect of him, when we brought him here, but he's certainly a hub to play through. He's a guy that you can play through, at the elbow, at the post, bringing the ball up. I think we got to get more creative with him with the ball in his hands. Z's very similar. They're both these hubs that operate in a little bit different way, but two hubs that we can run offense through. So, and then, as I've said before, like trying to find this blend of playing fast, keeping our pace up, which I thought was still, again, good tonight, but then having these half-court possessions where you're playing through Queen, playing through Z, that's a luxury as a coach.
With Z playing 29 minutes, was there an intent to keep him like in the 30-minute range, or did it just work out?
We were very aware of his minutes tonight. We were very aware. I think we were right in range. We were close. Hopefully, I didn't go over. But we'll reevaluate, and I thought we kept him at the number he needs to be. Obviously, it's a long stretch, and we want him healthy. But I thought he responded well. Good. Thanks.